You're a little man with a big head and all that. They've been connecting to my entity attachment of him. To sadistically destroy me and attack me. And they're not supposed to. Now, hear them talking with that sadistic motherfucker right now. I mean, at one point, they even try to do that shit to my fucking consciousness, my whole consciousness, and eradicate that like that. And there's frequencies, infinity, zero like this. The cross in between that can allow you to be able to escape that. And they're going to try to do something to jam your frequencies, ability to work with frequencies and so forth. And there's ways around that. You know, there's infinity symbol. But anyways, I figured out the realm in which I have been at for weeks. Applewhite or Ethan Ocala, whatever his name is, I know it's an Ethan, had said and vowed that he was going to keep me stuck in hell realms. He made a vow with a fake Hecate, a Hecate that was an entity attachment created by Barbarena, fused with the so-called real Hecate, as well as Nicholas Bearden. You know, again, these people like to fuck with your mind and create double ties to keep you stuck to their curses. That's why it's important, because the curses are complicated to enunciate and talk about it, to keep me tied and stuck to this curse. So I have been working arduously for the past couple of days to try to emancipate myself from it. When you start talking about it and when you start escaping from it, they make it hella fucking worse. That's why they don't want you to know their name. I've been trying to find these people's real name in the astral plane. They've been doing everything to disconnect me from the real God, the source, and everything else. You know, within us, there's a connection to the God of the underworld, the demiurge, and the God of light. That's God, that's Jesus, Yahshua. That's the connection to your higher selves, your spirit guides, and so forth and so on. Buddha, all of that. They operate, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, in the 8th dimension. They're that high up, you know, from my experience, from what I learned in the astral plane. You know, these people in part are very, very jealous, so they don't like me talking about this. With that being said, these people, you know, they'll try to trick you by, you know, they don't want you to talk about that woo-woo. They don't like to be highlighted. But I think it's important to shine a light on this. So anyways, they have been attacking to and connecting to my entity attachments. The guy that looks like this, we all have them. And they have been fucking with me by fucking with him, by connecting to him in the back of my head. And I saw it the other night when somebody came in the astral plane to try to help me out with this curse. And so with that being said, they've been trying their hardest to keep me stuck to the curse, and they can't. Like I say, they put you as part of this curse in the realm of delusion. And they have you operate in a manner mentally where it's hard to escape this curse, but you got to see shit for what it is, and you just got to enunciate what's going on. They nearly took out my spirit guide, my higher self, the cherub-looking young lady and all of that. They nearly took her out. They've taken out my higher selves. Took one of them out. Really, really, really bad. Got her stuck in the hell realm. And they create these things in your mind to keep you stuck playing with these evil ass motherfuckers, like I say, very, very powerful God, their insanity actually came and showed me exactly what I'm dealing with these people. And these are the most evil motherfuckers. I was shown that these people have done killed a lot of fucking people. And I'm gonna say this right now. They work with very evil people out there in Malibu to take folks out. One of them I found out in the spirit plane is Sloan Bella. Sloan Bella is one of them. She was actually harassing me today in the astral plane. You know, I know you hear so-called schizophrenics talk about celebrities harassing them and all that. That's not unfound of. People don't like Hollywood or Hollyweird for a reason. It's inundated with nothing but energy vampires who like to starve and steal the blessings of others so they can get ahead. I saw that with Madonna CCO. I actually saw her point blank in the astral realm harassing me, and there's ways to get rid of them. One of which is you have to stab those people with a silver sword in the heart, right here, on the heart chakra. When you're dealing with energy vampires, that's how you get rid of them. You stab them in the heart. With that being said, Sloan Bella in the astral plane has a major white woman entitled Manifest Destiny. She likes to tell black folks how they fucking think, a very condescending mentality. Very, very condescending mentality. I tried to get her out of my consciousness, my greater awareness, because her higher self was harassing the living fuck out of me. And I couldn't keep this white bitch out of my consciousness for the life of me. She had herself, along with a roach attachment, harass the living fuck out of me and keep coming for me and coming for me and coming for me. That's how sadistic these people are and their higher selves are. And it's no surprise she lives up there in Malibu. I'm going to talk about what they got going on in Malibu. They've actually been fucking with my mind, my consciousness every time I try to do videos on that. So with that being said, they have me entrapped. Just like one viewer was talking about. I know exactly how to get out. Again, frequency is your friend. There's codes in the universe you can use. Albert Einstein talked about it, in which you could use to be able to break free. Zero infinity is your friend, as well as zero, the number zero. That's how you can escape. In the realm of the demiurge, the subconsciousness, the entities who are in control of that, don't like when you use that. They want to dumb you down. They actually, at one point in this curse, by having me trapped in the hell realm of my subconscious psyche, I actually had my connection to God come through. And I did a video talking about this. I got to put it up possibly tomorrow. But I actually had an entity attachment of God come through and say, you know, hey, you and your spirit guys are doing too much with frequency. Now, right now, these people have done killed out and tried to remove from my consciousness, and I believe they have. My ancestors, my connection to ancestors, my entity attachments of my ancestors, along with my connection to my higher selves and my spirit guides, specifically the cherub space one. They've been trying to kill her and every fucking thing and reincarnate her for the past couple of fucking weeks. That's why it's important to have eyes on her. As a matter of fact, one of these things was talking about in the middle of the night, don't post that video that you did. And I'm going to go ahead and do it. Fuck it. You shame the devil by doing that. Because otherwise it's going to be the same old fucking bullshit having to deal with these ignorant motherfuckers. I had them steal and siphon a lot of things from my consciousness, and they try to do something to fuck with my head in the middle of the night. But again, it's all delusion and illusion. You can always get that back. Frequency is your friend. You know, if all else fails. You know, if your spirit guides, your connection to your spirit guides have been extinguished, your connection to your higher selves. Don't get too seriously wrapped up in it, because that's how these people are going to drive you crazy with the motherfucking curse. But these are some sadistic motherfuckers, I'm not gonna lie. They be putting entity attachments in you that you can physically feel, that violate you, that fuck with your head, that you can feel stealing parts and bits of your consciousness. And these motherfuckers are relentless. They don't stop until they've done stolen all your motherfucking shit and you have no consciousness. They like to keep you stuck in double binds, double ties, so that you don't say anything. With that being said, these people have got me and my spirit guide stuck in the realm of the motherfucking devil. Now, I'm going to do this video and I'm going to spit it out there. I'm wondering what I'm dealing with. Because again, they get you tied up in your mind. You can physically feel it. One of my friends was talking about it, what these people do to you. You know, it's valid. I had Goofball call me earlier, was concerned about sex. One of the things that they put on the curse, put as a curse on my forehead, that's when people usually write curses on you at one point, what is it? Nicholas Beard and Ethan Ocala wrote in the Astral Plane branded sacrifice on my head. And Nicholas Bearden put entity attachments, they call them Wanalures or some shit like that, which are entities that are designed to come in and constantly rape your consciousness of everything. You can physically feel it, where you're being physically attacked and everything else. Again, they like to set up shit in your consciousness so they can't escape. And they are evil motherfuckers. They're higher selves. This is what I've been trying to figure out. Very, very sadistic, evil ass motherfuckers. They like to keep you stuck. Now they're trying to do something where they're trying to cut off my connection to God, which is right in front of your head. And I just had to correct that. There's a very powerful frequency. Nikola Tesla talked about it. A bunch of people have talked about it. Very powerful frequencies that you can use to be able to escape this. And one thing these evil things do is they like to fuck with your head even more so by fucking with whatever it is that you work with. And there's ways to jam them if they fuck with your frequency, to make it unjam. They're going to fuck with your consciousness to do that. So, that's why I say it's just best if I enunciate and just talk about it freely. So that I can be able to escape this curse. With that being said, I even had spirit guides, higher selves, very, very powerful people. I mentioned Sadhguru, I mentioned Yogananda. Come to me and say that whatever I'm dealing with is quite unusual. When I was getting helped one time in the astral plane by Yogananda, very, very nice man, I heard him say himself that the roach attachments that I'm dealing with from these people are extremely unusual. They're not normal roach attachments. They're extremely evil, sick, and sinister. And they're hard to get off. All this week, my spirit guides, my higher selves, have devised plans to try to get me as far away from these entities as much as possible, out of harm's way, to get back my timelines, Everything that I had before and everything that's supposed to be coming to me. One thing they tell you is, I'm gonna say something right now because I'm dealing with it right now. They tell you don't listen to these fucking spirits because they're very, very devilish. They like to deceive you. Tell you, oh, don't say that, don't say, fuck you. Never ever live the path of what these entities try to establish for you. After I mentioned something just now in the video, they're fucking with it just because I mentioned it. That's how evil these fucking entities are. I'm getting all sorts of different reports on where they could be from. I heard that they're cockroaches from Betelgeuse. I kept hearing Beetlejuice. I kept hearing an Aurelius. Star System Orion or Aurelius, I believe Aurelius. Now I'm hearing the voices of Madonna and shit. It reminds me of that fucking film Phantoms where you have people who've been taken over by something and they got devoured when you hear their disembodied voices. But Madonna was one of the people, along with Zendaya, I was shown, who signed the soul contract to sacrifice me. Isaac Marazi is another one. His higher self looks like a leprechaun. And the same goes for now they writing soul contracts to draw my mind off so that, which physically affects you. I can feel it, being written on my heart chakra and everything on my body. But they write them so that you get caught up trying to fight that shit, not fight the most important battle. With that being said, now you're trying to jam my ability to produce frequency, but that's all right because I can listen to things that can annul that. In the middle of the night, me and one of my spirit guides, one of my good spirit guides, actually, yeah, this is evil. I'm gonna tell you how these people work. They'll connect to your motherboard in the astral plane relentlessly. This is what I'm trying to figure out. I just removed them just now. Remove all sorts of things, your soul consciousness, your soul matrix, mix it with theirs so that you don't kill them. These people don't have shit of their own because of the agreement that they made with these roach attachments. These are not regular roach attachments. I've experienced and seen how regular roach attachments operate, and there's nothing like what I'm dealing with. These are super hyper intelligent roach attachments. These are very sadistic roach attachments. The most sadistic is that Native American shaman who lives up there in Malibu. I believe he works with people who own a store in Santa Monica. It's called Bear de Rey or some shit like that. He looks a lot like this, but old. Very, very old. Old ass Native American, very whitewashed. He has 2-story home. I saw like his kitchen and everything. White kitchen. There's a part of the house that goes around. I actually saw the house I was supposed to be living at on my parents' house in the astral plane. Before they took my blessings and all that. And it's a motherfucking damn shame what they stole from me. These are some evil fucking sadistic, sinister people. They have a designated house, the sacrifice up there in Malibu. It looks, I'm gonna show it to you where it's located. And they actually have an entity attachment representing me as a sacrifice. It looks like this. I saw that all before they set up the curse. And they've been trying to fuck with me by sending what they call water lures to come in and raid my consciousness and all that evil ass shit to, throw me off and keep me from talking about it. But like I say, frequency is your friend, and there's always a way to recover things. Don't become an insectoid like these people and let these people, their entities run you like that, like they're trying to do with me. They have roach attachments of theirs set up in me that's designed to keep me stuck to the curse, keep me from being able to think. These things will actually wipe your memories clean, um, erase your memories. But I'm gonna say this right now because they've done something to my motherboard. These things are relentless fucking bullies, man. They're hard to get off. Like I say, their fake Hecate promised me as a sacrifice, and at one point, the real Hecate, I believe, the real Hecate intervened and offered me and that spirit guide, the cherub-looking one, up as sacrifices. She tried fucking with me in a major part of my consciousness for weeks, taking it out sadistically, removing it. I had to deal with that relentlessly at night, where I would wake up and have no consciousness whatsoever. And that's a scary feeling to have when you have no fucking consciousness. And you're literally operate like an insect. With that, I'm just trying to strategize and think about something. That's why it's important. I'm smelling, Lord, I smelled that the other night coming from the top of my head in the astral plane. They were really pissed because I was showing them the other night, showing people the other night how they work. So they sent one of the lures to raid my consciousness to keep me shut up. One thing I heard is that when people show how these people look, their hosts, their clients, they will take pictures of them after wanting to meet up with them like I did. They'll show how they look, and these people will get fucked with in the head so fucking bad to the point where they can't see straight if they try to reveal who these people are. And it's a lot more sadistic than what I'm facing. Believe me when I say that. You feel little entities chewing and gnawing on your fucking head, on top of your head, um, erasing your consciousness. You feel the difference in which your consciousness is gone by that time. With that being said, I'm trying to figure out the roach attachments in which these people are working with. Now I hear these evil things, like I say, they sound like them things off of Phantoms, like, and all this other shit. I hear them, talking about we gonna fuck with Yoganada's head and all of that. They actually did, from what I heard them say. They like to intimidate you by telling you they fucking with so and so, and this person ain't powerful enough to help you out. They were fucking with them in the astral plane. I don't know how true that is. You have to watch it when you listen to these things. One of them just placed scissors in the back of my consciousness and cut off my cords to consciousness in the back of my head. With that being said, I'm trying to figure out exactly what I'm dealing with because these are not usual roaches and my third eye is extremely compromised. I'm trying to figure out because I know these roaches pretty much rule these motherfuckers' consciousnesses. They're not ordinary roaches and they're evil, just as evil as the people who they're host in, who they're living in. I'm trying to figure out who these people are. I mean, I'm trying to figure out who these people are, but more so what they dealing with. Because these people like to go around is very, very evil. It's a concert team of people. They namely live up there in Topanga Village, Canyon Village in Malibu. I remember doing articles and talking about those people in the past and how evil those people are up there. They like to go around stealing and siphoning off of people's spiritual abilities and powers, stealing people's stuff in the astral plane, killing people in their sleep. It's a network of them who live up there. It's like a coven. I believe Sloan Bella might be a part of it, or at least she knows Barbara Rain, aka Nene Okala, up there. These things like fucking with you like it's nothing. I can't make sense of what they're dealing with. You know, it's like trying to climb a roof and getting very, very close and not far. I'm trying to figure out what it is that they're working with. They have something that's protecting them. I actually saw it in the astral plane the other day. My ancestors were showing me this, in which they were showing that when you try to kill them, like for instance, there's a thing in the back of your Akashic, it's the Akashic bone or something, collar, where if you remove it, as well as their consciousness at the top of their head in the back, where your spinal cord is, you can kill them. You can kill them in your sleep. In their sleep, you do that. Their roach attachments will fiercely protect them using the stolen spirit guides and ancestors of other people that usually live in these people's heads. They have some entity attachment that's designed to keep these people and your ancestors and spirit guides and so forth and so on entrapped. I'm trying to figure out exactly what it is that I'm dealing with. Because I can't make sense of it. Like I said, their roach attachments, their higher selves, like when I just um, when I removed the weapon of one of them in the astral plane yesterday, Nicholas Bearden, I removed him. He'll connect to your palette number, which is in the back of your head, as well as in your heart chakra. He actually stole pieces of my heart chakra the other fucking day to make me even more attractive and steal my powers as well, so I could die in my sleep. When I disconnected him from it, all of a sudden he was like an insect. He had no power whatsoever. But like I say, it's something about their roach attachments that keep these people in power and keep these people constantly being able to funnel shit off of you. I've done everything you could imagine to their spirit guides to fuck their asses up in the astral plane. Somebody put them in a coma. I believe their own roach attachments put them in a coma for a week. That Nene Okala motherfucker. Um, I'm getting different reports. She's supposed to be half Mexican and half German. I can't make sense of what I'm dealing with because these things are trying to drive me insane towards the point of suicide. That's why I'm just going to start doing these videos so I can be able to fight this shit because my spirit guides, my spirit team, my spirit protection, especially one of them, are extremely weakened. They almost got rid of one of them. And I had to get them back. Like I say, they deal in the realm of all delusion. You tell these things, get the fuck out of your head. You tell these you tell these things, get the fuck out of your head, and they're gonna insistently stay in your motherfucking head so they can fuck with you and torture you and torment you and fuck with your head. You know, they actually put an entity attachment of a guy who looks like this. His name is Seamus Anderson, who lived during the 1800s, I believe, 1600s. He was a seaman. He was a pervert and a pedophile. Can't stand the motherfucker. I was possessed by him as well as the spirit of my father. Both of them, their consciousnesses were put through washes every single night in the astral plane by Nicholas Beard, and they live in his head so that they can't escape his curse. They had my dad living in a hell realm where he was constantly being eaten by roaches while they had this pedophile ass white man. They racist motherfuckers at that, especially that Nicholas Beard and motherfucker. He looked like this. but he's old. He's gonna try to disguise himself in the astral plane, so watch it. They have him living what I wanted to say. They have him living in the hell realm right behind my subconscious. That's extremely evil. Very, very cruel and evil. Where he has like giant roaches living on top of fucking people, sucking them dry. It's awful what I saw. And they have him on the throne, on the seat of my subconscious. It's very demonic and devilish, the evil shit that I have around me. That's where I am. I'm just gonna start doing videos, spit it to the wind, fuck it. Where I'm just gonna talk about these things and air it out. Like somebody told me in the past in the astral plane, right when this curse first started, don't talk to these things because they're gonna drive you crazy. I believe it was a victim of theirs. It was a victim. With that being said, I'm trying to figure out exactly what I'm dealing with because I can't make sense of it. These things are not, they're not normal roach attachments. They're not normal entity attachments. There's something super highly intelligent about them that's extremely evil and sadistic and sinister, very conniving and cruel. Like they like to set up double binds. They like to keep people stuck to curses, not escape it. Set up attachments, entity attachments, connecting you to their motherboards and all of that. They like to keep shit going on so that you can never free yourself and so that they can feed. Their roach attachments like to feed off of you. You know, they like to create double binds so they keep you stuck in the curse. So I've been, because my spirit team is very, 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 very weak and figure out exactly how to deal with it. Oh, don't get healing right now. The astral plane, they just did something to fuck with me and all of that. And I can feel it. I can feel it. After I mentioned frequency and all of that, frequency to use, they're fucking with it. With that being said, I can't get over how they tried to manipulate me to disconnect me to the God of light and every fucking thing else. One of the things they like to do is get you out of drinking all drugs. They've been writing on my forehead as a curse. We want her to be a prostitute. All day I had motherfuckers stopping. I cussed a bunch of them out. I'm on Fig and I was sitting outside where I live, currently right now. I shouldn't be in no homeless shelter right now, but I am because they stole my blessings to get out this situation. But anyways, I was sitting outside and they had motherfuckers honking. At certain points I had to tell them, get the fuck out of here. And I wasn't even dressed, no toplessness, none of that. Some women to be dressed like that. It's funny. Anyways, I've been trying to figure out exactly what it is that I'm dealing with. They're disconnected every motherfucking thing. Connection to perception, consciousness, all that. They trying to deceive me like a motherfucker. With that being said, I'm trying to figure, it's like being terrorized in your own fucking head. It's You can't even think a fucking thought without these things being able to see what's going on and finding out and fucking with you. Again, the key to fighting off energy vampires is to stab them. You can use visualization and all of that with a silver bullet or with a silver sword, and that usually puts a stop to them. It did tonight when I stabbed in the heart these people. Another thing you can do is cut off their consciousness in the back. They did something though to keep it to where every time I cut off their consciousness in the back, like what I described, in the back of the head, that entity attachment, like it connects to me, so I feel it as well, and it cuts off something on me. So for all of you out there who ain't compromised, do that to defeat these people, because it's going to be the only way. With that being said, I'm trying to figure out exactly what it is that they're working with. And, I've been getting close. My ancestors have been working on it as well. They've been trying to separate me from. That's why it's important for me to do these videos. Um, One of them, what is it, David Applewhite, Ethan Ocala, or Ethan Applewhite or something. He's working with an entity that looks like Nosferatu. I also saw, I'm going to show this as well. All right, I got a 171452 Licton Street. It's a big, tall building, probably in Century City. I heard he works as a lawyer there. Go ahead and put that on my blog. Wish they've been getting me the delay. But one thing I saw yesterday is when I was asking where their roach attachments come from, because these are not ordinary roach attachments. I was shown in Area 13 in the astral plane. They have different areas. I was shown that their entity attachment derived from Area 52 in the astral plane. They're super sentient entities. So I'm trying to make sense of exactly what it is that they're dealing with, what I'm dealing with, so I can be able to square properly and defeat it. That's one thing that the roach attachment fears me, finding out exactly what they are and getting rid of them, because they're the source of a lot of these problems and trauma. Those people are evil that they have working with them, but those motherfuckers are extremely fucking evil. And they try to disgust you as much as possible and drive you to suicide and drive you insane. To the point where you like me, you living out of your car, you live in homeless shelters, a string of homeless shelters. You're not in your normal state of mind. You're all fucked up in the head. That's where they like to get you. And at worst, where they usually try to get their victims, they try to kill them in their sleep. They remove a big part of their consciousness. So you feel funny. That's what happened with my poor parents. Your soul consciousness and all that. They like to move that out of your body, mix it with theirs, so that you can't escape it. When you try to confuse you, they create a lot of confusion. People talk about demons creating that. They ain't nothing compared to these demonic roach attachments. Now I'm trying to figure out. But I've been trying. You can see what they're working with. I'm gonna show you an entity attachment. There's an entity attachment at the crown chakra. They're gonna try these guys in the astral plane, where you can see what's over a person. It looks like that. They're on a throne. They're gonna try this guy's in the astral plane. I'm trying to see exactly what it is that's over them, that controls them, because this is no ordinary shit that they're dealing with. This is something that's extremely evil, that's extremely sinister and cruel, and likes to fleece and destroy everything that's on a person. I'm gonna say this: I pity the person who has no spiritual protection when dealing with this because it's an awful curse to deal with. I have blank eyes because of these things. They like to keep you stuck, keep you bound to curses, keep you stuck in your head. These are not ordinary roach attachments. These are something else. So with that being said, I want to go ahead and figure out exactly what it is that I'm dealing with. Exactly what it is that I'm up against. I can't make sense of it. What makes these things super powerful and how to completely disarm it. That's what I was looking for is disarm. How to completely get rid of it. Oh God. They're trying to make me do harmful things to my spirit guides and spirit team right now. You have to stunt your memories, your thoughts and shit and tranquilize them so you don't do any harm to your own spirit guides when dealing with this. Because where I'm at, my consciousness is so thin and weak and I barely have any. Um, it's gotten to the point where when I just think of something, it manifests and it can have very negative ramifications. And I'm trying to avert that as much as I can. So with that said, never keep shit to yourself. When evil is doing harm to you, don't keep that shit to yourself. I'm trying to figure out exactly what it is that I'm dealing with. These people have a coven apparently up there in Malibu. I don't consider them to be real spiritualists, real magicians, unlike me, unlike a spiritual and all of them, because they have to rely on very, very evil things to do anything. And they can't even think for themselves because they're not even allowed to grow their own consciousness. They're dumb as fuck. They have to rely on these things to sacrifice people to get your consciousness, to instill your spiritual ability so that they can be able to function. Again, I'm trying to figure out where these things hail from, what I'm dealing with to fight it. It's at the top of the crown chakra. If anybody has any thoughts, please go ahead and render them to me. Peace. God bless.